just get ready for the analysis near the brown. Just a couple of years ago, Pep Guardiola autobiography about, and in his autobiography, one of the things I think was around the page 20 or so. One of the things are not a dignity in my parents' age. Also, no, he doesn't want to be like Sir Alex Ferguson.
The reason is saying,
like, me kasa kwa person me chem kakracho. Also, person by Sir Alex Ferguson. And what he means by he doesn't want to be a Sir Alex Ferguson, and he say, what's that longevity, no? Also, you know an idol, Marcelo Bielsa. He doesn't want to be like the Bielsas. 80 years, 72. I mean, and again, just last season or 2 seasons ago, Okobo against Crystal Palace against Roy Hodgson. He said those things I know as a manager. He doesn't think that he can coach for that long. He doesn't want to be 60, 65 on the touchline. The way a game made demanding or share the hand, he doesn't want that. If you have seen the news of Pep telling people, say, oh, sitting in there, time not being so be free them. Now all my clarity now. This is what Pep meant. He knows that 8 years now will be a Manchester City. No? He will not want to stay there for another 8 years. It's only 8 solid years of Manchester City. And so it's not another 8 years, it will be 16 years at Manchester City. You see, if you know these Catalans any Pep more, the timing of decision making. And remember, when Pep says that he will do it, he sees it very, very near. When the judging club
when the applause are high,
wake up one day, realize, okay, I need to step aside. Because maybe the game is saying too much. Meeting demands, no Nigerian chain. Then I move on. And so Utia said, okay, now, so I have been at Manchester City for 8 years. So I'm not staying here for 8 more years. That is why I'm more closer to leaving than staying. Maybe in the next 3 years, maybe in the next 2 years, maybe in the next 4 years, maybe in the next 5 years. But certainly, it looks as if Joseph Guardiola will not stay at Manchester City for another almost a decade for him to be there. And that is exactly what he's saying. Maybe I will sign a contract extension because I can almost 1.5 years to 2 years. Then the contract will see this year. And Senor Kano, or say, I am not ruling out absolutely that I will sign a new contract at City. I said I am closer to leaving than staying. It's a sign a contract extension, but this time a very short-term contract. Senebea, possibly Sobeko Kwampura, they can prepare to let him go. Which means, all it's hard for now to get Ederson Morales. But Man City for were not worried about Ederson Morales. The inception of goalkeepers are very possession dominant, are confident. As a team, they can play out in the background. Ederson Morales is one of those people. He is part of those school of goalkeepers like Marc-Andre ter Stegen or no Ederson Morales, Oshe Obise, Alisson Becker. All of these goalkeepers are very, very confident with the ball. When all it's here for them, I say, I'm problem to Ederson Morales for him to leave. You know. So, last season, this is the backstory. About 2 or 3 games. Now, it started for the Community Shield. Maybe injury, then he goes to sit out. In fact, in one of those games, he had a very, very huge injury. I know, very upset. All quarters line one of them. Pep Guardiola was so the Mukra coming down. Ederson said, be a young in the both. So, Saudi for realized that there is an opportunity for us to get him. Now, the reason why it's TNS City for anyone worried about Ederson going. So, 2 days ago, Pep Guardiola had spoken about Kevin De Bruyne. Say, Oboko and Asonko, and he was verbatim, say, Uncle. In the case of Ederson Morales, as soon as Pep can say, oh, there is a possibility he doesn't want to leave him, but he's an important player, you want him to stay. Not as emphatic as the Kevin De Bruyne one. Now, the reason is simple. Because at Manchester City, Oshe of the second goalkeeper in Ortega, he is as good. In fact, a lot of the products actually say he is the best second choice goalkeeper when he wants to have that possession play from a Chile. And the shortstop will say excellent. It was Man City were not worried. Now, only clear on one thing to Saudi for with how it had said. So, make you 50 to 60 million almost over pay for Ederson Morales. Then they can come and take him to the Saudi Arabia. as it stands now, still the money was seen as too much for Saudi Arabia for which it won't be here. From last January ever, Saudi foreigners have been very careful with the amount of money they throw away. Because of what here? Time when I tell you for some place the first place that we were looking at was in Saudi Arabia. It will be a player be a semi on the and I say oh then they call the Saudis and say oh you player we say but I find the see the Saudis turn down on people with say Malangsa from Chelsea because they need that omniscient level. Some top players that are out there, but even with that, they want a proper market value for these players. Saudi for say, okay, Man City fine, no problem. Ederson a top player, but 60 million for him at this point in time. When we can get younger players, some younger goalkeepers from the Spanish La Liga, also we want to go to 9 there. We will probably go there, and very, very likely said this deal will not see the light of day. Now, also we saw us now update.
Arsenal update.
It's see this season. Ejuma Edu and Mikel Arteta, you know, are very, very careful, well tailor-made to solve specific problems for Arsenal team. Now, I didn't make us all across the field of play for Arsenal Football Club. One of the best squad depth on at centre back, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Joseph Kiwior, all of these guys three ball on Benjamin White at right back. At some point in time, all the depth to play in that area. On the other side, Zinchenko, Julian Timber, then Okonfi, if you want to Thomas Partey, and Ms. Vichuro Campo, a few of them, Odegaard, all of these quality in the Arsenal team, then up top. I think that two positions, Nana Arsenal, Roma, they wanted to make sure that they augment one, the center forward, a proper out and out center forward that can give them the goals like Senna Haaland, Edema Arsenal for them. Well, they didn't get it.
Odema City
for them. They didn't get it. Because of course, Benjamin Sesko and Agnes Obetina or RB Leipzig, and then he was going to play in there. The problem is that on the market, it is difficult for us now to find a player or future will play on a skill set. The most important one now is to augment the back line. So what should Arsenal every tactical Obi or Shebo and the first point of view about tactics will tell you that. So you need Mikel Arteta won't come. We all agree, said Pep Guardiola and Tete, when he was assistant manager to him. And of course, on one that's Swaka, so he's a more positional player manager. But also the more now, and he's the defensive solidity most of the times. Only a few when bottom. But Pastor Bechi Arsenal, they may concede a lot of goals. It's not an issue. Since Mikel Arteta buy, what Arsenal is to make sure that there are no more goals on the conceding the season, and every summer, every season, I'm conceding less goals. So it fits into the idea perfectly. When they said there was an opportunity to go to Bologna and then go and take a right friend Ricardo Calafiori to come and add to their team. Or more defensive balance, the physicality at the back. Say it will be very difficult for him to beat 1v1. The ability to read and know where he is and that he can be an excellent box defender. Ricardo Calafiori gives you that. It's a ruling. Edu has said something in recent times about sending over former players or taking them based on mentality and the psyche of players. No, I gave it to Ricardo Calafiori a couple of years ago. And only players 10 and aside in the trauma, 6 of them they won't come back to play football, especially to the highest level. Time Roma for Primera Division, one of them now Roma Juvenile team. Only Felix Afinega and Moni are the one who were there. Just when he got promoted to the senior team, come and play a few games, he got injured. You never will pay. If you don't know the story, I'm telling you. You never be to the extent that now Roma senior team follow and inject community after games. They bring a banner out and say, "Oh, get to us, Ricardo Calafiori." We never be here. So people did not believe that he could come back and play football. And you think that when he made a short recovery at Roma, they believe okay, fine. Although he's a top player, you have on loan away from Roma. When he moved to FC Basel, everybody knows the story. For 4 million to Bologna and now Arsenal, everything is done. Everything is done for Mikel Arteta in the team. And who's there? Yeah, see, Aquano Obo on the left hand side, Obetima Bass and inverted fullback. But it's a Arsenal for each other. And if I take everybody off the field of play, Mamifa number 6 and shall say, no, you will be free on. Nenka back 4 goalkeeper, any number 6. Arsenal last season, Richardo. Omobo most of the times as Zinchenko on this side, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, then Benjamin White. So depending on who plays on this side, either of Zinchenko and as a branch here, friend Ben White will come inverted into the middle of the park, which is very, very important attribute for rest defense. Say you jibo on the field, say now, say that bit ma prevent turnovers and you be quick to intercept on balls no or counter press. They are very, very important. Now it's over. Arsenal photo Abrantia, your friend William Timber from Ajax Amsterdam last season. Obaya reply. So for a large part of the season, William Timber no more Arsenal Football Club. Now after say William Timber has now recovered, they've added Ricardo Calafiori to the team. William Timber is one of the most technical players you can get from the education and growth from the Ajax Academy and how much he has grown as a player. Every ball will go from the left hand side. In fact, Sauzu probably inverted properly and give the technical ability on the field of player. William Timber is part of those guys who can play that part of the game. It means that on the left hand side, now there is Zinchenko who is originally a CM. Plus William Timber, then Ricardo Calafiori who can all play on the left hand side. Now, so who should ask now back line maybe and can want some show. Therefore, we to say Zinchenko, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, and Ben White. In the two centre backs now Arsenal. Why not the weak link? Saliba and Magalhaes. Gabriel Magalhaes. Saliba is seen to be a more complete centre forward than Gabriel Magalhaes. What it means is that you know say okay, Calafiori will play from the left and invert into the middle of the park. But one thing that we probably are missing, and it's Arsenal can decide to play on the left hand side of the centre back about Ricardo Calafiori. Then say no for Italian national team, Bastoni and Abante Ricardo Calafiori, two left-footed centre backs in their team. He is going to get this time a William Saliba and Abante Ricardo Calafiori. Then William Timber, if he's fully fit, to invert into Benjamin White, Saliba and Abante Ricardo Calafiori at the back. Then if you want him, you get William Timber sitting with the DM. Maybe to a step party, maybe they can nice in the middle of the park, or even a Jorginho or a Fiifi. Then you give them a solid rest defense. It's age.
And the defense in there sorted.
Next season,
but center forward, no.
A whole neighborhood.
One answer still answer na nyabi.
Say more almost go for Ivan Toney the only Watkins.
Kenya bad.
Chadu, say only Watkins.
No.
Me who am say?
Kofi, my catcher say. Only Watkins I can ask him about team by Aston Villa.
Yeah.
What I say? These are teams and said untimi form to Arsenal. What I say? It is a striker to be now double the guitar. It means that this Arsenal team they can create Arsenal team with Odegaard no on bet me amount chances baby. So when you striker bit to say Ivan Toney, I'm telling you, so man 5 chances in the boxer. But I won't say 2 but 3. Ivan Toney I know. Only working the same thing.
Which?
What I say? And don't forget to say Arsenal. Say you are called Edinketia. Some motor Edinketia. Hebrew Susun so also because of injury on and off be Obano or call Bano or Kunti. Arsenal to me for money and to so player or both Premier League in that adaptation and your problem. Go no on him. And we are talking about Arsenal team. They can create a lot of chances. I'm telling you, Ivan Toney, perfect a fix. Obi to say Oli Watkins, super. Oh my goals. Timmy me feel say Arsenal tried almost to cover. A strong Fiifi, perfect. By a dark idea, so on so no. Oh, I won't go obey or use. And you use, but last season. Oh, Chairman, Richard team. Me can't so nyadi. But the only say, can't have it so on your natural striker. Yeah, on your natural striker. So, quite season. Unim say, a certain Man City be Chelsea, the other team is the Bama competition. Oh, yeah, striker. And last in the coffee, I'm telling you, Arsenal team we. Aside Bibia, no Michel goes wow. Now, she goes by. This is Arsenal, prolific striker woman you are. They can score a lot of goals. And the bedroom may be never Man City to oversee. That is what I'm saying, sir. Ivan Toney or Oli Watkins. Arsenal for New York. I think so. I'm born by Arsenal. Who am the boys now? Don't feel home. Oh, that boys need to feel home.
So, Oshe Arsenal team no Kitani Sisiana or the Bobo now. So, Obiba Bishima, so you ceiling razor. The argument I'm making, no.
Is this Sackers wine?
Exactly, it's on top. It's in this area. So only what case number? When can we pull up the data for Carabet? I'm very certain that Carabet got Arsenal double digits last season.
Okay.
Gabriel also said price. I am certain that he didn't score less than 10 goals in the Premier League last season. Same for Leandro Trossard, they will team them. They have a captain in Odegaard that pops up and give them goals. On the centre backs, no more very aggressive. Almost in the pinheaders, then they can to give you some goals. So across the field of play, no one wants to have the versatility to know anyone of attackers need to goals. No, on the team will be able to go. So what they need now, and they say, Obi them as a striker, rich, and so you will be on the moment consistent 30 goals. And you only Watkins, I want more Aston Villa for a long time, but last season was his breakthrough season.
Because they be afraid when you're proper coach.
Fine, great. It doesn't take anything away from it, but I'm saying that doesn't mean so bad Arsenal. He will raise the curtain and the level of Arsenal, baby. It's one person really legal, and you only Watkins.
Okay.
And that time, every year, so he has come over for then he goes on to go and take the it's a kind of Carafiori. I think they are not paying and they say he's going to be in London, do the medicals, then fly to the US. It was China money Arsenal for a big game, a preseason game. Into baby, I don't think so will be there, but he fly to the US now squad building, excuse me. I do the most critical point. After learning Euro, and TV was exil, learning Euro, not get music, I'm going to pack, and that's kind of sad.
And son, a born on Bobono.
A bonus.
And I want to delete there.
Now, rich, but
delete yes, about for long by run a 50, 60.
I'm 45, like I'm on the 5 add-ons account. Let me see. Matthias relates on Yako Crow. Only 26, 25 crown. He's 24. And all ounces of experience. 190 all over Europe, from Ajax to Juventus in Italy, going to Germany, playing in a Champions League semi-final at a very tender age. Let that Ajax Amsterdam team of Frankie de Jong, Akim Ziyech on the field of play. Bono, Onimbo. The problem with Matthias Delit is in the movement to Juventus, the kind of managers that he saw, they changed how he played Kakra. When he went to Juventus, it wasn't more the technical center back as well. He was more or less, he said, only a lot of defending. When he went earlier on in there, Bonucci was there. Bonucci will do all the blind breaking job, but at the end of the day, he was tagged with so many defending. I don't know people of dimension. And can I say that a very good center back pair with Ono, maybe that Upamecano or King Jamin, and team. So all the times that the late comes in, he plays very well, an excellent box defender. Into Obama with team. Now we see on the right hand side, on the left hand side, what's sorting out of you? When you are renting out from Leandro Martinez, or for the future, everybody has seen said, Bucha a top player. But there are issues of what's defending and the aerial disability of renting for Leandro Martinez. So you needed somebody in there to augment. On the left hand side, you are bringing with Lenny Euro, also for the future, a good player. But on the right, there is Harry Maguire. And the contract, and so in just a year from now, will Manchester United extend? If you do this deal, then you need to make sure so you go in full throttle and get a job done now. Oh, senior man also free Euro Jumano. Jumana Euro Yamano, really a skill set na farmer. Into or trust you any Euro is a good centre back.
Too much.
Good centre back. But he will need more than just Euro to compete. And on the right hand side, everyone Bissaka so can 1 year. And West Ham are playing a very, very bad game with Manchester United. What is something we can call Mazraoui one? The axe buying. The thing is that for a fullback, Enka Obitse Vincent Company, almost the way Mazraoui ever buying, he hasn't really played to the level that they wanted him to play to. If they want to cut their losses, why pay a time out of Team FNFC by mission? It was under Thomas Tuchel they had a lot of games to play. Now, Manchester United and say at your own right back on the area that we have everyone Bissaka one. If you buy anybody in, Bissaka has to go. United has lowered the asking price for Aaron Bissaka to at least £10 million per. So they buy anybody again. This is a very, very good picture from the days of Ajax Amsterdam with Eric Ten Hag, Nazwari, and Anthony. Only now we're playing on the right hand side. In fact, a lot of the people that watch the VCA, so much about Nazwari and the success of Anthony. They believe strongly say one of the success of Anthony in there or Ajax was because of Nazwari. Very technical, very technical. And when you're close to Eric Ten Hag, Ten Hag goes to build a team B Ajax or Manchester United. Problem which say only player as a coach, not your jumping. Not so person of there are no issues with it. And I think that he's a very good player. He comes in, he solves a lot of problems. Attack the defense athletic ability to come back and defend as well, and gives Anthony the ability to cut in inside. Now that will be the last chance for Anthony. The last time I said Nazwari bar. The last time because player Bako, yes you international kakra, JD Sancho Kren be more, more time now the ball, all of these things. If he doesn't succeed when Nazwari comes in, it's going to be a big deal. I think I can hear Kashito now. Yes, my friend, Pimenta say one can be mama. Uncle Bayern for now, for person two so. Now come in Nazwari Dino. But Bayern say you can't carry him,
Maybe. Is it Manchester? Delete the enemy. Yes, I must have reached out the other account. I said, delete the enemy. What is it? 45 is carried also. Yeah, I do. Oh, could you done a catcher say? Yolo, dear. When I'm a catcher, and I was a music and Madonna, I'm a catcher. Okay, what you to oh, my job. Okay, live. Yeah, mistake. I say, Bayern for the Transiano. Now, Lenny Yolo no crowd 18 years. Let's go to Kotor. We are talking about Ligt from Ajax, Okobo Juve, and Oba Bayern. A more matured centre back. It is our Kotor Lenny Yona, Fen on all FIFA, Ugotia more than 50. Now, the journey back catches a Obama Ligt 35 in the Adiamas. I won't say that 25 in so, mistake and say. Who's a deleted there? A chairman and a coda. On the Haga coda. The time ye top project more cast over banana. Sabana and Essen can buy an every and Sananka Yakoi a lenny yellow. The bear Fontaine come from the castle. And you Pebinian. You see, one deleted the almost Adam as I read the account. Well, see, I think, say, one senior Manchester United will not do a deal for delete. And as a centre back, only centre back. They extend Harry Maguire, Yoruba, Leandro Martinez, or Honor. Then we take on from there. It means Lindelof is probably going to continue to play at Manchester United. Then maybe next summer. Because Senya will check him. Oku TSS my young boy. It's ready for deleting. Because if you are close for also a chair discount for Jonathan Ta. I charge discount. You get 30 million and you have to pay. But Nazwari is an easy one because boy in an ninja. And he has been clear to them and that Thomas Tuchel crown or look on the man make a crab. And no, we have this across I as boss on question by Gravenberch, Nazwari, they were all not really playing everything a friend FC. But you're moving on. If a friend Pimenta is able to do the deal, then down. You're moving on. Sir, Modi, I must compare a friend says you're nervous. Here, Penfa. Paris Saint-Germain for a year with Juma. Modi almost. I'm grinding Bob, my hand. Benfica for 70 million. And almost say Rui Costa. Rui Costa, a very stubborn man. In his playing days for Portugal and in AC Milan, he was a very stubborn player. And as a club president at Benfica, Sam Juma 120 for Enzo, no one Manu 120. Okay, club players so much man. They have taken a lot of money. Kofi a refuge. Sir, a Manchester D. That's a Chaloba. Chaloba. Say as one also ye peno. Chaloba nyena jinsewe. But me ko fra so me yesi. Chaloba good. Me casa